What's going on, everybody? Here to give you a tutorial for the Nintendo Gamecube. This tutorial is going to kind of walk you through one of the more common things I see go wrong with the Gamecube, and that is the eject button. Yeah, getting stuck. It's actually pretty easy to fix, believe it or not. It's actually something that also happens on the PS1 console. It's funny how the PS1 console and the GameCube actually are a lot alike. Anyways, I've already got this disassembled. I've already got the top case off of it, and that's all we're going to need to do is just to take that off. If you're not sure how to do that, I'll just tell you real quick. You would need a 4.5mm security bits screwdriver thing, and that's how you would take off the 4 screws to get this off. I've also got an open tutorial as well on how to open this if that's not enough info for you. So check out my other videos and watch that first if you still need to figure out how to get to this point. Alright, the only thing we're really going to need here is a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. We'll need some Q-tips and some window cleaner. Any cleaner would work really, but I'm going to use window cleaner. That's actually one of my favorite type of cleaners. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip this case over. And this right here is the mechanism for the opening up dealio. What we're going to do is we're just going to take out these 2 screws, and it's going to remove this whole mechanism. Now just be kind of careful because there is a spring in here, and if you don't pay attention, it might be kind of difficult to figure out how it has to go back in there. Alright, set those screws aside now. Alright, now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of get this to pop open. If we can get it to pop open. And we got to kind of move this part. This actually kind of slides into this part of the case. Got to kind of get that slide out of it, and then that way we can pop it out like that. Next, we're going to also remove the actual button, which is right here. And what it is, there's 2 little clamps to hold it in. You're going to have to take it and kind of squeeze them together while you push it out. That should pop it right out, like so. Now the reason why this happens is usually there's just some gunk in there and it gets kind of dirty, and so it'll start to make it stick, and instead of sliding freely, it'll start to stick and everything and not really be able to do its job. Get this slid back on a little bit real quick. It's always good to try to keep that spring on there the way it's supposed to be. Alright, oh, also I forgot to mention you'll need some pipe cleaners as well. So this is what we'll do. We'll just take the cleaner of your choice, spray it on the Q-tip here to start out with. And this part is the part that we'll clean first. The main thing is to get the edge, the very edge right here, because that's what really pushes. But go ahead and clean it all off too. Just go in there and scrub it all off as best as you can. And also, if this doesn't work, you could take like a razor blade or a sharp knife and kind of trim it lightly. Just kind of go over it and trim it lightly, and that will also help give it a little bit more leeway and room. But you don't want to take big chunks out, otherwise you'll mess it up and it won't work correctly still. So after you've got that cleaned off pretty well, we'll take one of our pipe cleaners, and what we'll do is we'll fold it over in half like this. I always tend to do that. Make sure you've got enough room, and we'll spray that too with the cleaner. Kind of rub it around, and then what we'll do is you see there's a little slot right here. We're going to stick this in there and really grind it around and try to clean out any gunk that we can real well, and just really get it in there and make sure that you've got enough force and pressure to get any sticky crap or gunk and dust and stuff out of there as best you can. Just like that. Alright, now once you've got that, that's pretty much the gist of it. It's a little bit difficult to get this bad boy back in here just because it's hard to get that spring to cooperate. So, first what we'll do is we'll stick the button back in. You do got to make sure it goes in there the correct way, because it actually can only go in there one way. If you try to put it in there the wrong way, you'll see it won't go in there. But it does have to go in there a specific way. And you just have to push it down in there. Now what we're going to do is get this thing back in there. And this actually has to, when it's mounted, it's actually got to be bent like that. And it actually just goes right into the side of the case. And remember, it goes this way. So what you're going to want to do is kind of get it like there, and as you're pushing it down, kind of work the spring in like that at the same time. And while you're doing that, you're kind of working this out of the way and getting it to slide in there just like that. Alright, now we're going to put our 2 screws back in. Get everything held in there well. Now, just so you know, that those screws don't have to be insanely tight or anything, because if you make them too tight, it'll be hard for that mechanism to move, and that could also be part of your problem why it's sticking, is maybe it was a little bit too tight for some reason. So just get it snug, and that's all you really have to do. Just like that. Now let's see if it helped our sticking problem. Yep. And look at that. Now it opens and closes just like it's supposed to. Alright, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope it helped out. Not too difficult, but it's definitely an annoying problem to have. I've got a lot of good repair tutorials and case modding, game console case modding videos. So definitely subscribe and like this video. You won't be disappointed. Anyways, guys, until next time.